Okay, shalom, shalom, kwam yasha'Allah, koholoim la Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakodash, double honors to our apostles and elders, great millstone, who rule well, that by the Spirit taught us this beautiful truth, and just want to say the water to all the H.I.M and Akwaf that's out here sincerely keeping the laws, the statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai to the best of their ability. Jachanan the Waf just coming at you with another quick lesson, praying that it's edifying by the Spirit. And I wanted to touch on this article in the New York Post. It says, my hubby refused to do the bare minimum, so I put my baby in daycare and got a secret job and bank account. So you're married, you have this man's seed, you claim that it's your baby. I guess it's not his baby no more, it's your baby, and you put the baby in daycare and got a secret job and bank account. Okay, let's get into it. A mom has gone viral on TikTok for sharing her decision to create a secret bank account and hide it from her husband, who isn't pulling his weight with their newborn. Okay. The viral clip might be short in length. It's a mere 6 seconds long, but delves into the complicated topic of financial autonomy within relationships. And based on the thousands of supportive comments, most people agree with her decision and can relate to her situation as well. And we're going to get into them comments, because what you're going to see in those comments is not help at all. The TikTok video has been viewed nearly 3 million times shows the mom, Marta, sitting at her desk in her nurse's uniform. Okay. The text over the screen reads, my husband didn't believe I'd put our newborn in daycare and start working. I've been begging for the bare minimum for months. He has time for his friends, but not his wife. Here's to my first day at work in secret bank account. Okay, so he got time for his friends and not his wife. Okay, so they're not delving into the details. It says she captioned the clip, can't wait to move out. Okay, so she's ready to go. So she's ready to basically bounce. So where's this where's the Christian preaching of till death do you part when it comes to this marriage thing that they falsely push? When they're telling you the nigga to get on bended knee and go into debt to try and get a ring for some chick that'll do some shit like this, that'll take my baby. You notice the key word, my. No, that's that man's seed. Now, in the ancient world, she wouldn't have been able to do none of that. But we know what it is, man. We're living in Esau Edom's kingdom. This is the so-called white man's kingdom, and this is the way that he runs things. And when you have a disorderly people running stuff, you can't get nothing but chaos. Because the so-called white man is not capable of running things, man. You look at the earth. This is the same man, and with the same type of marriage shit, he's telling 2 men they can get married. He's telling 2 women they can get married. This man is pushing the alphabet shit on the children. The children don't even know what the hell they want to do. They don't even know nothing of it. It's that they all over the place. They got 26 alphabets to identify as. You know, they can marry a tree. You know, they can marry a car tire. Oh, I love my car. I'm just going to marry my windshield wiper. You know, so this is what you have when it comes to, let me grab a quick scripture real quick. This is what you have when you have a chaotic base nation of people running the earth, man. And the scriptures talks about the so-called white man being a base man. He's base. He's low. You know, they come with all, look at the science. They give you that, look at my PhD. Look at, I have these, they got all these alphabets in the front and the back of their name. And they be doing the dumbest shit, man. Here you go. You got supposedly the smartest people in the world that's in the White House that can't even figure out how to manage a bank account. It's average people that can manage a bank account. How are you like 50 trillion, $100 trillion in debt? Who has that kind of debt? We talking about with the smartest people supposedly in the world. You got all the top scientists. You got all the top financial people. You got your Janet Yellens. You got you got all these different people that supposedly are all smart in all these areas, but the whole fucking place is out of whack and it's just in a chaotic state. That's because there's a base nation of people running shit. Let me see. Because this man, this is how this man gets down right here. Let me get this quick scripture. What is that? Isaiah 5:20. Woe unto them that call evil good. And that's what they do. They call evil good and good evil. And that put darkness for light and light for darkness. That put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. See, America's a upside down, really backwards place, man. This man is telling you that a man can marry a man, and if you say no, then they shun you. They'll shun you. They'll counsel you. They'll tell you that you're saying, oh, that's hate. That's hate. That's, you can't have an opinion. You can't say, well, hey, a 80-year-old these days, a 70-year-old these days, they can't say, well, hey, that's not how I grew up. They don't want to hear that. That wasn't my generation. We wasn't, they want to force that upon a people that never lived that way. Even from that aspect. You see what I'm saying? But let's go back off into it. See, like I said again, this man, he turns things upside down. See, now he'll have people come into court and put their hand on the Bible, swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. But does he keep what's in the scriptures? No, this man don't keep what's in the scriptures, man. Matter of fact, let me get something else real fast. And we brought this out at camp yesterday. Psalms chapter 50, verse 16 and 17, I think it is. Yep, it says, but unto the wicked, Yahweh saith, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth? So what is the so-called white man? Why does he have the Bible? Why is he trying to use the Bible like he's just this righteous person, man? Like he's just, I seen a video yesterday of a dog falling off the mountain into, like a creek or whatever it was. And here they go out there with the helicopters and shit, trying to save the dog. But these are the same people that looked at so-called blacks like property and treated them worse than dogs. See? And still to this very day. And then when you get to talking about it or speaking on it, oh, that was a long time ago. But you know what they're about to celebrate that was a long time ago? 4th of July. See? So these things are coming, man. Verse 17, it says, seeing thou hatest instruction and castest my words behind thee. They hate instruction. You tell these people, hey, look, man, that's going against the scriptures. Joe Biden, aren't you a Christian? Aren't you supposed to be a Christian? Then you come in and put your hand on your family Bible? You put your hands on a big stupid-ass family Bible. Big dumb-ass Bible, too. I ain't never seen no Bible that big. That Bible looked like 6 Bibles in one. Probably had a slave ledger in it and everything, man. But he came in, put his hand on the Bible, and what did he do? As soon as he got in there, he started giving the 26 alphabets all these rights. Nobody else got nothing that, nobody else is doing fine but them, basically. This man just had a party on the White House lawn. So we're talking about this man, he's basically telling, men, 2 men, they can get, hey, here you go, hey, here, come, hey, yeah, you got the same rights. You're now we pronounce you man and wife, one of them can be the woman, and still it's crazy because somebody is playing a female role. I don't get it. It's confusion, man. Anyway, let's go back into this real quick. But to show you these comments, man, some of these comments, right? Let's go off into the comments to show you this is how your average woman thinks here, man. And you know why they think that way? They think that way because the so-called white man has given them the ability to get abroad. This is a place where a woman can walk out at 2 a.m., 3 a.m. in the morning with just a bikini on. Literally. With just literally a bikini on. She can go anywhere that she wants to go, and she's protected. She's by law protected while her husband is at home, you know what I'm saying, watching the children. It's nothing that he can do about it. This is the type of setup that the so-called white man has set up. That's real talk. That's all 50 states damn near. I mean, a woman can jump in her car. A man can literally, we understand that some women may not do it, But there are women that are out here, man. Hey, they pretty much they full blown, man. Hey, you don't tell me what the fuck to do. I'm not listening to you. And she'll jump into her car and she will go out with her homegirls and might not come back for the week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. And a lot of the times they'll leave the children by themselves. It might be a 12-year-old in the house raising 3 or 4 other children while the mama is gone on a complete drug binge, man. Drunk with 2, 3, 4, 5 different guys. The bitch done forgot about she got children. She don't come back to the house until it's time to, maybe the food stamps done kick back in, and she, throw a couple of more groceries in the house so she can do that shit all over again. This is the place that you're living in, and she can do that while having her man, or 2, 3 men, 4, 5 men on child support, collecting the child support check, not taking care of the children. She's going out and she's blowing that shit, party all the time, party all the time, party all the time. Hey, girls just want to have fun. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it is what it is. But check out these comments though. Now, one of these comments is going to say, well, hey, why didn't you sit down and talk with your husband a little further? Maybe he didn't take you seriously on that tip, but that's kind of serious that you will put the baby in a daycare, the newborn. You're going to put the baby in a daycare without his permission, without his say. Well, of course, she doesn't need permission in America to do that, but without his say, at least his say. And they applauding this shit. This shit, they looking at her like she's a goddamn superhero here. Okay. This person probably is about the only person that's got somewhat of and it's not even cool. It says, if she has to do all that when her husband obviously isn't bothered by her needs. Sounds like, well, she's not giving you no full story as to what's going on here. You know what I'm saying? So you don't really have a whole full story. Like, okay, so he's hanging with his friends. How often is he hanging with his friends? Is he just leaving the house and he's been with one of his friends for the month? He hasn't come back. He went to a party. He hasn't been back. But he over at his boy house. Or did he, is he going in the afternoon after work? Because obviously somebody's working. She's got a place to stay. So obviously somebody's working, unless they just, well off, and they can't be well off because she's going to get a job. So he's obviously got to be paying the bills, right? For her to even be there all alone with the baby, so to speak, to the point where she feel like, okay, how much work is it with a baby? I get it. That the baby, she, might cry. He or she might cry. Somebody got to get up and check the baby, change the baby, feed the baby, and do things like that. But how fucking hard can it be because I'm going to tell you, the average woman, especially the average woman, if they hear their phone go off at 1, 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, bing, 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 if it's a notification for a Facebook or any of that shit, they will get their asses up and they will go scroll all through that shit. They will scroll all through that shit. Read all into it, text a whole goddamn paragraph, stay up the rest of the night just worried about the next message that's going to come through. Social media got them up all night, but they can't get up when it comes to the baby. And I'm just using that as an example. You see what I'm saying? So what's so hard? Because like I said, I read the story and I'm like, all right, well, I'm not getting it. I would need more details. Like, is he just straight up just like, the baby need milk, diapers and shit, and I'm not getting it? Is it, he's not... Is it only one car in the house and he's got the car all the time and he's not bringing food home? You need to eat. He's not taking you to appointments, whatever the case may be. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not getting enough information into the story to really pull into it. But when I was reading these comments, I'm just like, okay, these American women, they with this shit. It says, this person, Amy Valaquez, good for you. Don't ever let any man, see, this is the thing. This is American thinking. Don't ever let any man or any jealous woman hold you back. Just continue to move forward for you and, most importantly, your children. What the fuck you mean, your children? See, they throw that man out like he has nothing to do with the children. You notice she said, my child. P.S. Always have your own bank account. Do not trust any man. And see, men, if you looking at shit like this is a good reason to not trust women. This person, Kristen Casey, Great idea to post a news article about it. Hopefully the husband doesn't see and leave her with nothing before she has a chance to get out. See? What you're doing is a good thing. This is Diane Dooling. These are all women, probably heartbroken, don't have a goddamn man themselves. And that's another thing. You men and women, stop listening to other motherfuckers that don't have a relationship of their own, listening to them on marriage advice and relationship advice when you know full well they just some goddamn slut buckets and damn whoremongers. You can't listen to nobody like that. It says what you're doing is a good thing. When couples are honest and upfront, well, she's not honest in being upfront. She done went and straight got her job, bank account, and put the baby in a damn daycare that the man don't even know about, obviously. So where's her upfrontness? Incredible. It says, when couples are honest and upfront about their lives together, this is likely not going to happen. If things end in the relationship, she has a way to support and take care of herself and her child. Hey, she got a better way to do that. Because she's able to go and put this motherfucker on child support. Why? Because the so-called white man set it up for her to do so. She's able to go and get food stamps. Why? Because the so-called white man has set it up for her to do so. She's able to go and get Section 8, a brand new condo damn near. Because some of these Section 8 apartments and condos and I mean, these shits is they look like little mini mansions now. So the woman is living it up. She can easily go and get all those things. She can get that emergency wise. She can go and immediately get that shit. This is not like something that she even has to wait on. She can go and get emergency shelter and go and get emergency food. But when it comes to the man, no, you don't have that option, man. Your ass is out here on these streets. Okay, now this person, Linda Reed, says, I don't believe one bit of her story. She's just trying to get views, and it worked. Why would anyone secretly get a job and secret bank account and then one day put it on the internet? Well, a lot of people don't read. This person says, just Jill. Good job, ma'am. Do what you need to make sure you and your baby, are taken care of, and leave him in the dust. Here you go, a complete stranger. And you know what it says? This shit got 3 million views, so this is going. A lot of people done read this story. They done put in their comment, and you best believe this is gonna, because people don't think for themselves. A lot of these bitches done got up and left their man, more likely. This person says deceit is never the right answer. If she thinks a secret bank account is needed to build a lead fund, then there are much larger problems in their marriage than her husband's lack of help. And I agree with that. That's the first one that I've seen. I agree with that. This person says just get a divorce now. But you're not supposed to do that. You see? What happened to that till death do us part? Through richer and for poor. Through the hardships of life. What are these vows that the so-called white man or these pastors have you saying when you're standing before the altar with that big stupid ass dress on, that fairy tale princess wedding, what happened to all that? Because if what she's saying, this is nothing. This is nothing. She ain't even saying that he's out. She's saying he out with his friends. She ain't even saying that he's out with a bitch, he ain't even out here messing with the chicks. He's not even supposedly out here cheating on her. So she's ready to go. She's creating her to go fund for basically nothing. Look at this person. To you, got the champagne glasses emoji. Too bad he doesn't know how to appreciate you. Huh? You don't even know what's going on. Like I said, the story is not going that far into it. This person says, I was in a marriage for 10 years. Wanted out after 3. But young mom of 2 right out of high school, I hung in there in hopes things got better as the kids got older. It didn't. Got a job, saved money like crazy, found an apartment, and never looked back. Okay, Salakia. And I wonder how that's going now. Now you got to pay for the apartment by yourself. You still got the kids. You see what I'm saying? So what was he beating on you? What was he doing? You see, no detail is there. What was he coming to the crib, giving your ass a black eye every week? He had the white beater on with the beer stain in it. You know, don't get me wrong. We know it's some terrible dudes out here, but we're talking about this is a situation with Esau Edom, man. Esau Edom, the so-called white man, he is totally incapable of running a kingdom, man. This man has set it up where anything goes. Anything goes, man. Let me go back to this again. Psalms 50 and 16. But unto the wicked, Yahweh said, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth? So when they have you come into the court and put your hand on the Bible and swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, why are they doing that when that same book has the law, statutes, and commandments on how to deal with marriage? How to deal with a woman that leaves a man. If she leaves, she goes with nothing. Okay, you got your little job, your little bank account. Hey, you leave with that shit. That's your shit, but you ain't leaving with my kid. That's my child. But guess what? All you heard was my, and your child, your children. And this, oh, girl, you doing the best thing in life, see? And you also living in a society that's so wicked that she would actually really type it out. She would actually really go on a TikTok and do a video and give you the video as to what she's doing. Look at how brave I am. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. See? And the scripture goes off into let's see here. I'm trying to think exactly where it's at. Or how it's worded, rather. It's in the New Testament, what I'm looking for. Because Yahweh Shai was running it down. Okay, we can get this. Let's see this account right here. Luke 16 and 18. Whosoever putteth away his wife and marrieth another committeth adultery. So this man is not putting away his wife. You know, she's ready to leave. Now she leave, she's committing adultery, and that's on her. And he's allowed to go ahead and just do his thing, and you know, the pressure is off of him, because he's not the one that's pushing her away. It says, and whosoever marrieth her, that is put away from her husband, committeth adultery. So whoever deal with this woman in the future, they're going to be committing adultery with her. You see? Okay, we got that one. That's not exactly the one that I wanted. But the scriptures talks about a woman being with her husband until he dies. That's what gives you the freedom to marry someone else. You can't marry someone else until he dies. And America is full flush with nothing but adultery, man. I mean, even amongst the children of Israel, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, all this bouncing around. If a woman never been with another man, that's adultery. Just straight up, man. Now, are we in the land of our captivity? Yes, we are. Men just, you know, trying to live out their life in this truth, man, with, you know, and pray for mercy from Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. We all pray for mercy from the Lord, man, because we need it. We need it because we're an adulterous nation. Not just physically, but spiritually. We're spiritually an adulterous nation, man. Oh, yeah, this is the one that I wanted. This is it right here, Salakia. Let's go into it in Romans. I'm going to start at verse 1. Know ye not, brethren, for I speak to them that know the law, how that the law have dominion over a man as long as he liveth. Now, this is talking about the law. So as long as we live, this law got dominion over us. For the woman which hath an husband is bound by the law to her husband as long as he liveth. So as long as that man is alive, she's bound to that man, no matter what. But if the husband be dead, she is loose from the law of her husband. So if he dies, then now she's able to go and marry another man. Now, some of our foremothers, like Judith, it was a few of our foremothers, you know, that's in the scriptures, you know, that's spoken of, that once their husbands died, they just never married again. They love that man that much. But you think you can come across a woman like that these days? That she love you so much that even when you die, she like, that's the last man I'm ever going to have. Nope, that was it for me. I'll be damned if I deal with another man. That was the love of my life. I'm going to the grave knowing only him and him only. That's it. Verse 3, it says, so then if, while her husband liveth, she be married to another man, she shall be called an adulteress. But if her husband be dead, she is free from that law, so that she is no adulteress, though she be married to another man. So she can't she can't deal with another man as long as that man is alive. If she does, then that's adultery. So why isn't the so-called white man teaching this? He's using the Bible, isn't he? Isn't he using the Bible? Didn't he come here talking about this is a Christian country? Then they come here talking about and stole this place, raped, robbed, and pillaged, all in the name of white Jesus, talking about Christianity. They used the Bible to do all that, right? But see, we know this man is a goddamn hypocrite, man. This man is not who he's saying he is, man. He's a damn hypocrite. That's the reason why we call him the devil. That word devil goes off into deceiver. Satan is a damn adversary, man. This man is not capable of telling no truths, and he's a serpent. A serpent slips in and they're slithery, man. They're real, you don't see them until they strike. It's type of deal. They sneak up on the prey. Verse 4 says, wherefore, my brethren, ye also are become dead to the law by the body of Yahushua, that ye should be married to another, even to him who is raised from the dead, that we should bring forth fruit unto Yahweh. Okay, that didn't need that portion of it, but beautiful as well. But I just wanted to just touch on this, man, because when you go up into stuff like this and you look, that's why I like to read the comments of a lot of stories, because what you'll see is you're going to get a nice percentage of data as to what's what in the way of the the way people think, man. This person says it's not secret anymore. Basically, you're a single mom. Save yourself. Somebody says, yeah, there's way more to this story. I agree. It's got to be. She's crazy. Her husband knows her business. Now, that ain't necessarily true because people don't read. A whole bunch of people out here, they don't read. This person, She Babe from Chicago, Illinois, says, well, good for you, girl. I don't have a secret account, but I do have my own personal account, and I always have, and so does my husband. He doesn't question mine, nor do I question his account. But we both share accounts for monthly household expenses. See, yeah, hey, you know what you see with something like that, where we're sharing. We don't have to share monthly household expenses and a household savings for our long-term needs. We don't have see with me. We don't have to do that. You know why? Because I'm not going for that. I'm gonna have my own place, and you gonna have your own place. So you pay for your own shit, and I pay for my own shit. It's that simple. Because this is the way that these women are thinking. You might as well, ain't no way. I've seen plenty of my homeboys and plenty of people being put out on the street by going to live with some woman. And he paying all the damn bills. But because her name is on the shit, soon as she said, get, you gotta go. No, don't put yourselves in no situation like that, brother, man. Hey, you go and you have your own shit. There's nothing wrong with helping her out if she needs some help. If you can help her. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. It just is what it is, man. Because we're living in these last days where, hey, you got you somebody, you with them, they're willing to be with you, you in this truth. Just play it for the day by day that it is, really. Because it is what it is, man. This shit is about to be over with soon anyway. Because you have to realize that the so-called white man, he has weaponized the women. He has especially black women. So-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Israelite women. He has weaponized them against us. So you have to be on point, man. You got to use wisdom. You got to play the game, the way that it's being played, so to speak. We don't go out here and do no wickedness and no evil, but we have to look at the fact that, okay, this man is in control. He has set the woman up above us. We don't have no say in shit. But what we do have control over, by the power and spirit of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, is our own going to work. Being able to put a roof over our head, that's all by the spirit and power of Yahweh. He's going to provide us with our daily bread. Keep us a vehicle if we can keep us a vehicle. Keep the insurance and all that stuff up to date, if it's at all possible. You see what I'm saying? And none of those things should be a thing, because we should be praying to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua and relying on him for our daily needs anyway, our daily bread anyway. Because a lot of the times the woman, she's not going to think that way. Now, there are women into this truth that really, truly believe and trust in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. But the majority of women you come across, they're not going to believe in the Lord like that. And I'm willing to bet you this woman to tell you she's a Christian. And most of these women that's in here giving you these dumbass comments, I'm willing to bet you they're Christians. Oh, yeah, but, and you read the scripture out to them and be like, well, but, they're going to give you that but. Rebecca says, be independent. You got this. Good for you. And see, these so-called, I'm telling you, the so-called white man, he done set y'all up real nicely for the fall that's coming. It's about to be so treacherous. But let me get this, though, because me and the brother was talking about this yesterday. Where is that at? We was talking about Isaiah 4:1 at the camp yesterday. It says, and in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. And we was just, I was just thinking, like, how bad things have to really get and things have to really be out here for 7 women to say, all that bickering and fighting. Bitch, that's my man. Girl, that's my bitch. No. They're going to calmly get together and be like, hey, I'm with it. Hey, look, I'm going to take care of my own self. Just let me be called by your name, basically. That's how rough and terrible things are going to get, man. See, you women, you got a lot of choices right now. Everything is in your ball court right now. You got the ball, you running the court right now. You're in control. So-called white man will set you up on a little pedestal, but he's falling. So guess what? When he falls, you fall. And it's going to come a point where all that I don't need a man shit, that secret bank account shit, all that shit is not going to matter when 911 can't be dialed. Because it's going to get that bad. It's going to get that bad if 7 women are going to be trying to attach themselves to one man. Because men are going to be scarce. So this man right here, she might want to be keeping if all he's doing is just hanging out with his friends. You see what I'm saying? But like, of course we know we're not getting the whole story. This person says, hell yeah, girl. My marriage of 8 years is great. But I have a secret bank account because the hubby likes to spend a lot and usually has less than 100 in the account while I have about 1,500 in case of emergencies. And I'm a stay-at-home mama that only makes about 200 a month on cleaning jobs. You know what I'm saying? All that secretive shit. Nah, ain't supposed to be no secrets like that there. You know what I'm saying? You women ain't supposed to be keeping no secrets from your man about no shit like that. You're supposed to be, come on. You have a better relationship. Hell, you ain't keeping no secrets from your wicked ass homegirl. You know what I'm saying? You'll tell your wicked ass homegirl everything, but the person you with for life, you'll keep secrets and lie and do it, man. This place is backwards as hell, man. Anyway, though, I just wanted to touch on this. Hey, this goes for you brothers, man. That's into this truth. You newly coming into this truth, man. You want to find you a little mama. I get it. You want, because it's nice to be in this truth and have somebody with you to go through it with you, and so to speak. But hey, man, you got the brotherhood. And Paul, he said, hey, if you burn, hey, if you want a woman, man, ain't nothing wrong with you getting you a woman. Nothing wrong with that. But I say, hey, the scriptures talks about leaning out to our own understanding. Pray to Yahweh about H.I.M for guidance, man. The scripture says, lean not to thy own understanding, but to trust on him, and he'll order your path. He'll order your steps. Roughly paraphrasing, So that would be the thing to do if you come across any chick, You run across her. Ask the correct questions. You ain't got to jump right into nothing. You know what I'm saying? And it's all on you, man. Matter of fact, but like I said, be you. Be on top of your game. Have your own money, have your own car, have your own place. Be working out, doing what you do, and don't let nobody deter you from that. And you keep that positive, manly charge, man. Don't turn into no goddamn simp. Don't just fall for anything that she's running down. You know what I'm saying? Here it is what it is, man. So with that, I pray that the lesson was edifying. Kwame Yashala.